guys, it's Maya, and I know that a lot of you guys are going back to school soon. I've seen a lot of people talking about this, mainly how much they don't want to go back, which I can relate. And if you don't know, I'm actually taking a gap year because I've just finished sixth form. So I have a whole year of no school, and I've worked it out, and it is the first time in 14 years I can say that I'm not going back to school. And it is bloody brilliant. I am tasting freedom and it is sweet. Anyway, I'm like a rare exception from this. Most of you I know are going back to school, so I thought I'd help a sister out. Or brother, sister. So I'm imparting my wisdom, my experience, and this is going to be my quick, completely drugstore school makeup tutorial. I'm hoping it'll help some of you because my school personally was quite strict on makeup. Like, you had to take your chances. They could easily just say, no, makeup wipe, take it off, and you'd have to spend the whole day without any makeup on, even if you put it on in the morning. It wasn't very nice. Thankfully, that never ever happened to me, so I mean, if you follow this, you shouldn't get called out for makeup. All of the makeup products I'm going to be using today are drugstore, bar one. Please just leave me be. It's one, leave me. But they are 99% drugstore, so you'll easily be able to access them, and they might be in your budget. Anyway, without dilly-dallying, let's get into it. First of all, please comment below and tell me which year of school / grade you are going into now, because I really like to know what you're all up to. You're like me little babies, I love you all. Okay, first of all, I have primer. Typically primer is see-through, which means you won't get called out on it. Logic. The one I'm using today is by The Ordinary. I got this from Beauty Bay, and they are known for being very, 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 very cheap, but also very, very, very good. So I am using the High Adherence Silicone Primer. I'm sure this was only like £3 or something like that, so it is very cheap, but it does the job well. Makes your skin feel really soft. Honestly, there were times where if I didn't feel bothered to go to school or anything like that, didn't feel bothered to go to school, that's me every day. I mean, didn't feel bothered to put makeup on for school. There were quite a few days where I just wore primer on its own and went in. Even if it doesn't have anything on top, I think it kind of blurs your face and makes you look nice, and it's also good at controlling oil even if you don't have anything on top. So just a little tip for you. Next up is concealer, because I'm not doing foundation. Foundation is the main thing you get caught out on at school, I'd say, for makeup. So for anything base products, you need to make sure, that it is your exact shade, or else you can get called out on it so easily. I'm using my 100% favourite concealer. It's not even my favourite drugstore concealer, it is just my favourite concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. They brought out new shades, it's changed my life, I love it. I'm in the shade Fair, and I'm not going to put this everywhere, I'm just going to put it on my kind of problem areas. So I'm going to focus on my nose, because I always put concealer on my nose. I feel weird if I don't have it on my nose. A little bit on my forehead, because I'm particularly spotty there at the minute. A little bit on my cheeks, I'll do my under eyes afterwards. And Real Techniques recently kindly sent me their expert concealer brush. This isn't sponsored or anything, they wanted me to try it out, so I'm going to try it today. I thought it would be a perfect opportunity. And I'm just going to blend in this concealer where it is necessary. Oh, I like this brush. I might put a little bit directly on the brush just to go over my pesky pimples. So now I have all of my blemishes that I want covered. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer on my under eyes just to brighten everything up, because I guarantee, especially if you're in later school, you will be always tired. So I'm just putting a little bit, I'm not doing the full triangle, just to cover the dark circles. You've all probably heard of it. A brilliant drugstore powder that's really cheap is Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I've got the shade Translucent because I'm pretty much translucent, I'm so pale. And I'm just taking this little pointed brush and really lightly putting it everywhere I put the concealer. Just finishing up what you've already done, and I always took one of these in my school bag every single day because I'm an oily girl and it's great for touch-ups. My next step for school is bronzer, and my favourite is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in the shade Sunny. I'm sure this was only like £2.50 or something, it's incredible. Mine's very old and smashed, but it still works the same. Obviously don't go ham on this step, just do a little bit, but I like to bring a little bit of colour to my cheeks. So watch and learn. I just do a little bit, honestly just a tiny bit, and I put it on the tops of my cheeks. And you'll see that I don't use a blush mainly. I don't necessarily use a blush in everyday life, but I definitely didn't at school. just to save time and to make things look a lot more natural. I just liked a little bit of this on the temples and the cheeks so I don't look dead. Next up is eyebrows, and do not hate me, this is the step that is not Drugstore. I tried, and a dupe that I know is good is the NYX eyebrow cake powder, but I actually got rid of that recently, so use that. But I'm using my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in Espresso. I definitely recommend using a powder brow product because it comes off a lot more natural than a pomade or a pencil or anything like that. And I think the tip here is to not go heavy at all, or else it'll look like you have 2 slugs on your face and they can tell from a mile off that you are caked in makeup. Little dips, and only fill in where you need to fill in. Boom. So now personally I think my eyebrows look a lot better, but it's not obvious that they're not natural. Now I'd say that eyeshadow is a step where you can easily get caught out, so I always stuck to just a little bit, and I just took my bronzer as well that I use for my cheeks, dipped in a tiny little bit and only put it in the crease just to give that little bit of definition. This way you can see that there's a little something there, but it's not harsh enough for you to get called out on. Plus, because it's the same colour as your bronzer, it kind of merges in well with the makeup look and looks a lot more natural than any other eyeshadow would. And that's it for eyeshadow. It's just the tiniest little bit of warmth, but I think it just really makes it tie together. Now for eyeliner, if you want to be a little bit risky and try it out, I'd say go for brown rather than black. So I have the Ardell Fame Chaser liquid eyeliner in brown. These also very kindly sent this to me to try out, and I thought it'd be perfect for this video, so thank you very much. Now, the trick to getting away with this is doing one line just on your lash line. Don't go any higher than your lash line. Keep it as small as possible. Keep it minimal. Next up for mascara, but for me mascara wasn't really an issue, you could use whatever you want, so I think the best Drugstore one that I've come across is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Oh, it's beautiful. And the very last step is lipstick. I think I'm fair to say that it's obvious you need to wear a nude lipstick. Obviously not one that's like too pink or that's too bright or anything, just a nice nude lipstick, one that you prefer. The one that I like is the Rimmel Kate lipstick in 45. It's well used. I used it a lot at school myself, and it's just the perfect kind of your lips but better colour. And this is my finished kind of Drugstore 5-minute really quick get away with it at a strict school makeup look. Let me know if you're excited to go back to school, if you're nervous, are you going to start your GCSEs, what's the crack, tell me everything. Also comment below which makeup item is your favourite for school time, that way other people can see what your favourite is, maybe they can have a little try. Thank you very much for watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you later. Bye!
OMG, it's Maya, she has sorted out a certain attire with makeup moments, lifestyle too, you'll never get bored. OMG, it's Maya.